Saleza enzinika ke manje uzomela ke kufonelwe i-stadium management ngathi ke Magesi ayisaboni kahle ayisaliboni ke sidalo ibhola kumele ke i-stadium management ke sithi ukukhuphula ama lights ngendlela ke asebelicinga ngakhona beMagesi balifuna ke manje kungaqala ke manje ukhipha i-calculator uwabale ke lama passes ngendlela ke asebebala ngayo abawulapha akubheke nje enika nginike ngunike nikogqoke njengawe 1-2-1-2 Mamelodi Sundowns iyahlaba icela ke manje ifuna ukubheka lapha ke phambili sibheke lapha ke Khuniso Mudawu wenze njani nansi Furvai idlala uThembazwane nansi Furvai futhi uyakhala uRibeiro benchini uthi nikhiphele madoda kanti sezoqala ihappy hour happy hour
You cannot love football and hate what you just witnessed on that video clip. Mamelodi Sundowns on that 61st minute going to the end, they were just Gucciing. They were just, serving us Gucci football, tiki-taka football. The great mastermind behind all of that was our Themba Mshishi Shikabala Zwane. What a player. What a player. How he avails himself, how he progresses the ball to the last line. Oh man, you gotta love Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, I do go by the name of Oscar Nsinse Football, where I engage and discuss on anything to do with football, from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. I need to eat the humble pie and apologize to Eneo Miami. Oh, what a player. If you notice the previous video on this channel, I had said love to keep Eneo Miami, but I don't see him staying at the club. I mean, the club hasn't said anything about the renewal of a contract. If that was his last game, we don't know what's going to happen the upcoming weekend against Pyramid FC over the 2 legs. But what Neo Miami offers us when he's on the field, especially when Themba Mshishi is also on the field, it is just too nice, too sweet. Really apologize to Neo for saying maybe his time is over at Mamelodi Sundowns, but you could just tell his feel. I mean, if you watch that video clip, every on-field player had a touch on the ball. Khoza, Mvala. Obviously, that was not the original starting lineup. And the initiator of all of this was Aubrey Postman Modiba, living up to his name. He knows how to deliver. I mean, if you look at the system, it looks like a 3-2-3-3. I mean, it was just, oh man, guys, it was pleasing to the eye. Whether you're an opposition fan, but watching Mamelodi Sundowns is so much satisfying. You have a Mvala, a Mudawu, and a Khoza at the back. But Mudawu is not staying with the two. He leaves the two, goes to the middle. You have a Modiba, Postman, the initiator of all of this. He joins your Allende. Allende, in front of him, there's Mshishi. There's a Neo Miami, there's a Teshrik Matthews. I'm just talking now from that 60th minute going onwards, because Mvala came in late, Mshishi came in second half, Teshrik Matthews came in second half. You have a Teshrik Matthews, and up front you have a Sales and a Shalulile, who don't really stay with the center backs. The movement of Mamelodi Sundowns players, it is just absolutely crazy. Now the conductor, Mr. Themba Mshishi himself, he avails himself. It is frustrating to play with a team that are not really crazy about one player or an individual running with the ball, but a team that really emphasizing on one touch, two-touch football. I mean, you look at the schemes, how these boys were moving off the ball, how they were availing themselves, how a postman, Modiba, who anyone would think he's a left back, but look at how advanced he is on the field on that play. Even and Allende, how advanced they were. Because what's more important here is avail yourself. Pass, one touch, two touch, avail yourself. One pass, two touch, avail yourself. And I like how this thing ended. The initiator of it all was a Modiba. The conductor from our half is a Temba Mshishizwane. He includes someone you think is, I mean, you could literally say we had like 3 number 10s on that field. It's Mshishi, it's Imotoranana, Neomayema, Sales as well. But these guys, they're just moving. They're just moving. So it is frustrating for a defender or a midfielder for Magesi to track a player, because you have a role that, okay, you have to mark a certain player, but that player is not in one position. Hence, you could see even the Magesi players, they were so confused. I mean, they were turning them upside down. So, Modiba, the initiator, Mshishi, the conductor, he ensures that Neomayema takes the ball. He ensures that he includes a Tesh. He looks like he's on the flank, but he also comes in. And then they also want to include Arthur Sales into this play. And I like that it was the king of assist at Mamelodi Sundowns, Arthur Sales, who assisted the Punisher himself, Shalulile. And you know what? Shalulile has been attempting this overhead kick or over scissors kick. When we were growing up, we called it Ispepeto, because Bebeto playing for Brazil against Bafana scored that winning goal at FNB. I think it was 1997, if I remember correctly. So we've been calling it Ispepeto. So Eshasha has been attempting this overhead kick or scissors kick for a while. I am hoping that it will pay out. Clearly, he's been rehearsing, practicing this for some time. I hope it will work out for him in the cup final and also in the club World Cup. And I like that he was the one who ended that play as the striker, as the sniper, as the punisher of the team. Like the fact that the king of assist at the club, Arthur Sales, was the one who assisted Mshishi with that. I mean, who assisted Shasha with that attempt. But the whole team, I mean, how we started, it was on the book, it looks like a 3-4-3. Koza, Lebusa with the Tebogo Mkwena playing that libero position. He's a DM, but he also tucks in between the center back. And the mid four of our wing backs, Modiba on the left, Mudau on the right, number 10, Neomayema, Allende next to him. The front three, Rayners, Ribeiro, and Arthur Sales. That's how it looks on the book. But how we frustrated Magesi was the number of bodies we had on their half, and the continual movement of the ball. It is just a wonder to witness. Congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns for certifying themselves as the king of South African football. This is their 15th title in PSL history and 8th title in a row. Is it a Farmers League? I don't know. I will hear from you on the comments below. I would say it's a Farmers League if Mamelodi Sundowns were doing a clean sweep season in, season out, but that is not the case. Mamelodi Sundowns emphasizes, and they are emphatic on dominating the premiership, the championship itself. But when it comes to domestic cups, it's everyone fights for it and everyone wins it. Therefore, can we really declare our league as a Farmers League if Mamelodi Sundowns are not doing a clean sweep season in, season out? I will hear from you. If you have stayed this long on the video, I'd love it if you join this family and you do support the channel by liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing the video on all of your socials. It is a big one for Mamelodi Sundowns, a big week for them, or a big next 2 weeks for them, preparing for that CAF Champions League final. Obviously, the video, you literally got into this video because the thumbnail is talking about who my player of the season is, player of the season is, footballer of the season is. I think one that is up for grabs, that is not very clear, is the goalkeeper of the season. If it was to me, I would give it to Chipezeze. I mean, these guys, they won the Chilean Cup. On top of that, their best player has been a Chipezeze. Yes, we can banter on the fact that he wastes time and he does all of these tricks that are anti-football. But when you look at the number of saves he has done for the is given to the club, and obviously they are not in a good position, but obviously Sipo Chain will also have a say in that. But I think if you look at stats and the number of saves that Chipezeze has demonstrated, I think I would give it to him as the goalkeeper of the team. But it was not going to come as a shock if Sipo Chain actually takes that title. Footballer of the season, player of the season. For me, I don't think there's an argument here. Lucas Ribeiro has started well in the middle few games. It was not the best, it was not perfect, but he has also finished it strong. I think he should be the footballer of the season, player of the season. Obviously, there might be an argument between Ribeiro and Rele Mofokeng. Second half of Rele Mofokeng's performances has not been great, and I don't want to really look at stats, but there's something about Rele Mofokeng that makes you feel good when you're watching Orlando Pirates. He really makes you want to go to the game. Definitely, he's an exciting player. But if you have to compare the two, Ribeiro obviously makes Mamelodi Sundowns tick. It's even worse now that all these number 10s are coming back. You've got all of these left-footed players at Mamelodi Sundowns that are very good. You've got Ema, Arthur Silas, Emudiba. These are gifted footballers, and but one that is on top of the charts should be the Brazilian Lucas Ribeiro, who I think should get that football of the season. And obviously now I think he's going to be the top goal scorer. The people that are behind him, unless a scam happens or fraud happens and Mabasa, whoever, scores 6 or 5 goals or 10 goals in a game, and then they are top of the charts in terms of the top goal scorer of the league. But I think there's no argument here, guys. Let's just give it to the Brazilian. And even if the Brazilian does not come back next season, maybe he'll be poached by one of the Europeans or Middle East clubs. My heart is full. He must just go and win us the CAF Champions League, go and compete well in the Club World Cup, and then thereafter, if the money is good for Mamelodi Sundowns to sell Ribeiro, my heart is full. The boy can go. He has served us well. Because obviously the position now are like, the boy does not deserve to play in our league. But you know what? He is the face of the Betway premiership. He has been excellent. Rele Mofokeng, he needs a shot. Who's my midfielder of the season? Tebogo Mokoena has been telling. Your Marcelo Allende, the amount of kilometers, you know, the guy literally covers every blade of grass on the field. But you can't look away from the ever hard-working Makehleni Makawula of Orlando Pirates. Keletso Magala, if he's a midfielder, he also deserves a shout or maybe a nominee. The midfielder of the season is going to be a difficult one, but my number one is Marcelo Mokoena. But I will not be shocked or surprised if they give it to a Kehleni Makawula. Defender of the season, another one that's up for grabs. You have a Hoto, who played more this season as a left back. You have a Mudau and a Nkosinathi Sibia, who's probably the most improved player this season. He has just been excellent, and Hugo Boss also, Bruce also noticed this. Well, let me end it there, because you know what, I really want to salute all the Mamelodi Sundowns players. Themba Mshishizwane, I'm sure you guys had, you will celebrate this one greatly, but above all, the preparation for Pyramid FC. We should quickly forget about this league and prepare very hard, very detailed, very well for a CAF Champions League. It's an important one, so that we can add another star on top of this this Mamelodi Sundowns badge. Kings of South African football, we salute you. Kabuwelo, Amasandawana, the Brazilian. We are the real champions.